So this week's episode, I don't know, like it was okay. It was kind of boring. It was a bit silly with Sportsmaster and his wife getting out. I mean, overall, it was still good. And the best part of this episode was our man and the teacher doing you're a stupid white cis male crap, and he owns her horribly and she doesn't know what to say. That was probably the best part of this episode. um I did like the part with the shade, but we'll get to it. So it starts off with a Sportsmaster in prison and his wife here, and this daughter is just so insufferable. Like, she's really annoying and irritating, and it's like she's. I don't think they have her using steroids or something, but it's like the way they make her. It's like she's addicted to protein or something, and I, I don't know. So the parents on this one end up busting out and coming over to Pat's, and this is what I mean. Like, this episode is just so silly. It's basically Sportsmaster and his wife make a deal with Pat and the Injustice Society that they'll here we go. They'll let they won't fight with them or cause a problem if they let Sportmaster and his wife watch this idiot daughter of theirs play this football game. And then they say they'll go back to jail by themselves on top of it. So Pat agrees to this. This is what I mean. Like, I don't know. I think this was meant to be funny. I mean, it was a little funny. I'll give them that. But I don't know. It just seems silly to me, the whole thing. So Courtney tries to make peace with the idiot here. This girl is just over the. They need to tone her down, man. I mean, she's like way over the top. She's just wanting to fight everybody and acting like a steroid freak. And so Courtney and Wildcat here, Courtney's like trying to make peace with her, and she's like, "Screw up! I hate you, you stupid idiot," and all this. And man, anyways, here's the best scene of this episode. So this teacher on the last episode was calling him out, our man here, calling him out, like giving him all this shit, and it was, I don't know if I'd say it woke, but it was definitely this feminist agenda thing where it was like, you're a stupid male, and there's no way that you couldn't have got this high of a rating on this test and everything, and I think you cheated and all of this. And he's like, screw off, I didn't cheat and all that. She's like, oh, well, we're going to take the test again and all this. And so the last episode, he just basically just told her to screw off and he left. And so this episode, he retakes the test again. And it's so funny because she can't believe that he aced the test, and she's like all embarrassed and everything. And she don't even know what to say to him. And then he just totally owns her. He's like, "Oh, you thought I was stupid and all this, didn't you?" And that's what everybody thinks. And she's like, "Oh," and like, man, it's like the best anti-woke thing I've ever seen. I mean, I might just clip this to mess with SJWs because it's really good. She just totally gets wrecked, man. She spends all this time like harassing him and telling him, "Oh, you're nothing," and all this, and then he goes and takes the test again. and she don't know what to do because he took the test right in front of her. Man, this was the best scene for me on this episode, man, because I just love how this idiot, this whole lady, it's just the whole thing, the whole bit, like men are stupid and all this, and oh god. So then we go to Cindy finally recruiting people here, and she's trying to recruit the fiddler's son, and it looks like she might have done it. I'm not sure yet, but it's pretty good. Here's where here's that scene I was telling you. This is the basis of this episode. Is these two want to see their idiot daughter play a game, so they take you know Archie out here. Basically, that's who this kid is. And like, oh, we're not going to hurt your kid if you let us see this game and all this. So Pat, I don't know why Pat went along with all this. It was just, I think it was meant to be comedy, but I don't know. It was silly, that whole thing, man. Just let's see here. Come on, get back to there. So they all meet up at the bar or whatever, the restaurant, and they're trying to get information about Calypso because Google Glasses girl, the glasses worked for like 2 seconds again, and told her that Eclipso is nearby. And I don't understand this whole thing with. I mean, I guess it's going to be revealed. What I'm guessing is that Eclipso used to be JSA or something because they don't want to tell her the truth about Eclipso for some reason. I don't know. So they're all sitting at the bar trying to figure out who Eclipso is and get information. And Courtney's like, well, I'm going to go to the library, I guess, and see what I can find and go from there. Here's Cindy. She takes him down to the ISA thing and tells him about her dad and all that and shows him the fiddle, which is pretty good. Here's another good scene. So she meets the Shade in this bookstore, and they have this conversation. This guy I'm starting to like a whole lot more now. I mean, he seemed a bit, I don't know, stereotype or weird, but I like this guy a lot more after this now. So he's basically now like an anti-hero, and Courtney isn't sure what the hell he's doing, and he's trying to get Eclipso for some reason, and he wants to throw him in the ocean where nobody will find him, which I guess, I mean, Cindy seems to just be going to town with it, using it to recruit people and all this. And then he's telling her about Dr. Midnight and all of this, that you killed Dr. Midnight. And he's like, oh, I did, huh? Why don't you ask him this and everything? And Courtney ends up doing that, and Pat, had to come clean there about it. So, oh God, here's this. These three here, man, they're just. This guy's hilarious. I'll give him that. Like, I do miss this guy. This guy does make me laugh, man. Like, he says the funniest things, and he's telling Pat how to work out still and all this. And I don't get these two, because when they were in the house with him, they were like, oh, we never liked the ISA, and we were trying to do our own thing and all this. And I don't know, I feel kind of bad for them. I don't know what they were doing. Let's see. So, anyways, at this game, Cindy shows up and decides to destroy this idiot girl's life with Calypso. So, uh, Sportsmaster's daughter goes crazy, and she thinks she's seeing people. She thinks she's seeing the SWAT team come in to get her parents, and she goes and tackles this guy. Well, she tackles Courtney for no reason, and Courtney's just like, "What the hell?" And she's going to use this to recruit her because now she screwed over Sportsmaster's daughter, so she can't be this NFL person or whatever. And it's just her recruiting Fiddler's son and Sportsmaster's daughter here. So here's where this is pretty good because she just totally busts Pat with this. She's like, "Hey, why don't you tell me about Calypso and all this?" And I don't know why they're so mum about this. I mean, I'm almost debating to go get the comics to reread this because I haven't read them in so long, but I just don't remember. I don't remember what happens. I don't know. Maybe she's related to Calypso or something. I don't know, but they don't want her to know for some reason. So here's where Cindy recruits Sportsmaster's daughter because she blew her deal with the NFL or whatever because she went crazy and tackled Courtney for no reason. So Pat and his wife further decide to. This was a bad decision. They should have just told. They should have just told Courtney whatever the hell it is. I don't know why they keep dragging this whole bit out and doing this routine. I mean, I guess we're gonna see what happens there. But Courtney decides to go back to the shade and get more information about what happened. I don't blame her. Like, I don't know why her parents are. I don't know why Pat's being like this. And here we go back to this. This poor gal. She's basically spent. Well, I don't know how many episodes are this season, but they better resolve this pretty soon because this whole bit's getting old with her. I don't care about her parents' divorce and all of that drama and that stupid crap. And she keeps resetting the Google glasses over and over and over, and each time she just gets a little bit of information. A little. It's like her whole role in the show is to restart the glasses. That's basically what it's come down to. And her parents' divorce thing. So I don't know. She gets the glasses going, and then it's warning her about Eclipso again. And the guy, the Google glasses, doesn't recognize who she is. And then she realizes that. Here, let me get to it. She realizes that she's actually talking to the Dr. Midnight guy, and the Shade has trapped him. I don't know what this is. I guess they're going to reveal it, but the Dr. Midnight is still alive, and he's trapped in some thing here. I'm guessing for what did they say it was the first season? Like I think it was the 50s or something. So he's basically been in here 62 years or something inside of this fog or whatever the hell this thing is the Shade made. And that's basically this episode. It wasn't their best episode, but I mean, I have no complaints about this show still overall. And the anti woke moment they had with the our man and that daughter, I mean, our man and that teacher, I mean, was just priceless. Like, I might clip that scene because I just love how they did that with the stupid teacher. Like, oh, you're stupid and you're a male and all this. And then he just totally owned her on that. I mean, it's kind of sad when that's the best scene of this, but this is interesting too. I have to admit, like Doctor. So we got Doctor Midnight still alive. Starman is still alive. Um, I don't know. I'm starting to wonder if anybody really died. It's just kind of like What are they? What's the finale going to be? We're going to have Starman return and Doctor Midnight return, and then they're all going to fight Cindy and Eclipso or something. I don't know, but the next week episode looks really good because it shows them fighting Eclipso, so that should be pretty good. And then I don't know what's going to happen with Solomon Grundy because Rick is still feeding him for some reason. Like, I don't know what that bit's all about. So that's basically this episode. Like, I wouldn't say it was the best episode. I mean, it was mostly silly with Sportsmaster wanting to watch their idiot daughter play a game, and Cindy recruiting the Fiddler's son, and now Sportsmaster's daughter. I don't know how she's gonna recruit Pat's kid on there, because Pat's kid, he's just been useless from the beginning. He's just I don't know, like he's just he's just useless. He's just a little kid that can't do anything. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they kind of screwed up how they casted that. Like, they should have made him a little buffer, or he just seems like he can't do anything. So, anyways, next week's episode looks a lot better, so I look forward to that. Thanks for watching. Bye.